It began on a cold autumn night when a group of hikers followed a worn path through the dense Maine woods, searching for a shortcut to the town of Hollow Point. They had studied every local map, memorized every turn, every bend. But somewhere beyond the pines, they saw something those maps never showed, an old bridge shrouded in fog. The bridge seemed ancient, built from time-worn timber strung across a river that looked far deeper than the season's drought would allow. The air thickened as if nature itself hesitated to breathe near it. No sound but the slow dripping of unseen water echoed beneath their boots. Jake, the oldest of the group, felt a chill that went deeper than the night air. He remembered driving this route before, the river shouldn't even exist here. He pulled out his phone, checking their location, only to find the GPS arrow spinning wildly. When they stepped onto the bridge, the temperature dropped instantly, as though the air was stolen from their lungs. The planks creaked softly under their weight, but no breeze stirred the trees. One of them whispered, asking if they were sure this was real. Halfway across, the mist thickened into a pale curtain, swallowing the far end. Sarah, recording everything for her travel vlog, noticed her camera flickering, its battery indicator jumping between full and empty. The footage would later distort, time-stamping moments that never occurred. River beneath them rippled unnaturally, glowing faintly where moonlight failed to reach. It was as though something beneath the surface was waiting for them to look down. None of them did, at least, not yet. As they reached the center, an overwhelming silence pressed around them. Even their breathing sounded impossibly distant. Jake tried to call out, but the echo that returned wasn't his voice. It was a second later, and slightly different, as if mocking him. They wanted to turn back, but the entrance behind them was gone. The tree line had blurred into a silvery void, erasing the world they had come from. Panic began to splinter through their minds, a collective realization that they might not be anywhere anymore. Then came the hum. Low, metallic, and endless, vibrating through the wooden beams. Sarah's camera picked up a shadow moving just out of frame, humanoid but stretched, thin, elongated, walking perfectly in sync with their own movements. Miles away, back in Hollow Point, a local trapper named Reed swore he saw lights flickering in the sky over that same forest. He reported it to the sheriff, claiming it looked like headlights on a suspended road above the trees. The sheriff just laughed, there was no such road. On the bridge, the group began hearing whispers beneath their feet, muffled and broken, like conversations played backward. One name kept surfacing between the static murmurs, Hollow Point. The bridge seemed to know exactly where they wanted to go. They pressed forward, though time lost meaning. The moon shifted without moving. Hours or minutes might have passed, they couldn't be sure. The mist lifted slightly, revealing the far end of the bridge at last, but it didn't lead into the woods, it led to another bridge, endless and repeating. Sarah screamed, but the sound didn't carry. Each of their echoes came a fraction too late, overlapping like a broken record. Jake dropped to his knees, knocking loose a plank that fell, but never hit the river below. It simply vanished midair. Somewhere above, the clouds rumbled though no storm approached. The air shimmered faintly, and for the briefest moment, they all saw the shape of a figure standing at what used to be the entrance, watching them, motionless, face completely obscured. Sarah tried to approach the figure by running back, but instantly she found herself again at the bridge center, panting and confused. The distance folded on itself like a looped dream, impossible to escape. Jake realized then, they were not walking through space, but through something else entirely. The recording device crackled with high-pitched interference until it emitted a voice none of them recognized. It said, slowly, "You were never supposed to find this crossing." Static swallowed the words, and the entire structure began trembling. Jake shouted for everyone to stay still, but the planks began shifting on their own, reordering like a wooden puzzle. The bridge wasn't collapsing, it was rearranging itself. Below, faint lights flickered, moving in patterns like circuitry underwater. Sarah, trembling, dropped her phone into the river. It should have fallen straight down, but instead, it hung midair before disintegrating into a fine mist. The phone's ringtone echoed from the fog seconds later, as though something else had answered the call. They closed their eyes and ran forward blindly, hoping the far side still existed. The humidity thickened until it tasted metallic on their tongues. When they burst through what felt like a curtain of liquid air, they collapsed onto a dirt trail under familiar oak trees. For a moment, everything seemed normal. The night crickets returned, and the temperature rose back to bearable levels. But when they turned around to look for the bridge, only the river remained, calm and unremarkable, reflecting the moon like nothing ever happened. Back in town, they tried reporting the bridge to locals, showing their maps, their footage, their fear. Every local map they checked was identical, no bridge crossing any river within 20 miles. Even their photos were blank, showing only empty fog. When Sarah uploaded the corrupted footage that night, one frame flickered differently. A shape appeared, half of a bridge fading into static, with silhouettes crossing it from the wrong direction. It was uploaded publicly for only an hour before disappearing entirely. Weeks later, an urban explorer tried to find the same location using GPS coordinates from the vanished footage. He live-streamed his journey, laughing at the internet legends. But when his viewers saw a faint wooden structure materialize behind him, his signal cut abruptly. Search teams scoured the area for days, finding only a single shoe stuck in mud near a dry creek. The missing man's phone was discovered hours later, still recording. A faint hum resonated through its mic, followed by a single whispered word, crossing. Paranormal investigators later claimed the bridge wasn't physical at all, but a temporal fold, an echo of a route that existed centuries ago. They believed that under rare atmospheric conditions, it reappeared like a mirage, pulling in anyone who dares approach too close. Researchers studying cartographic archives confirmed there was once a bridge built near Hollow Point in the year 1872, destroyed by a flood the following spring. The builder and his workers vanished before its completion, their names never recorded again. Locals now whisper about an unmarked stretch of forest road where compasses twitch and navigation apps go blank. Truck drivers claim they've seen faint lights suspended above the trees, accompanied by the distant creak of wood that no longer exists. Decades later, Sarah still refuses to cross water at night. She says sometimes, while scrolling through old photos, the image of the bridge reappears for a second before vanishing. No one else can see it, but she swears it's still watching her. Video remains a curiosity on obscure conspiracy forums. People argue it was a mere hoax, a glitch in the camera software, a shared hallucination. Others insist that those who watched the entire clip have dreamt of the same fog-covered crossing within the next full moon. In time, local authorities fenced off the area, citing erosion hazards. But hikers still report strange sounds, an echoing hum, planks creaking where only still water lies. Some leave offerings of coins or photos near the riverbank, claiming it eases the uneasy feeling of being watched. Satellite images from recent years reveal faint linear shadows across the river, visible only at dusk. Experts dismiss it as refraction errors, but the pattern aligns perfectly with historical surveys of the Lost Bridges Foundation. Those who've crossed it and returned are said to never dream the same again. Their reflections hesitate, their clocks lose minutes, and sometimes their voices echo wrong when calling their own names. Something from that side may have followed them back. Scholars studying auditory illusions have tried replicating the hum, but no frequency on record matches it. It seems to exist beyond measurable sound, described instead as resonating inside the bones, like memory itself vibrating. A century from now, the story may fade like so many campfire tales. Yet, some truths refuse erasure. Somewhere in that fog, under a still moon, the bridge waits, unsketched, unnamed, and hungry for footsteps that do not belong to this side. If you ever hike that stretch near Hollow Point and hear a faint wooden groan beneath invisible feet, do not stop. Keep walking, no matter what you see ahead, because once you step onto a bridge not drawn on any map, something steps onto yours.